Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Someone98, and welcome to another speedrunning trick tutorial, I guess. So, what I'm going to be covering today is how we are able to go underwater in Wave Ocean. As you may notice here, currently with Sonic, I'm standing at the very beginning where you're normally supposed to hit this dash panel and you go down into loops and all that stuff. But as you can see, I broke out of the automation here. Just go ahead and turn on my gamepad here. What we can do is if I restart, all you have to do is before Sonic gets launched off by the dash panel here, and it's really easy to practice because you can just constantly start over, is you have to jump just at the right time. It's generally right when the music starts, so you can hear the music start before you actually fade to black. Honestly, the best way to do it is just kind of by mashing and hoping you get it. The timing is a little different if you were doing a speed run, since Wave Ocean is the first stage. It's a little bit easier to do it when you actually load in from the stage select menu. But again, if you fail it, it takes like 2 seconds to reset, or not even 2 seconds to reset, especially if you have a computer as fast as mine. So you can just sit and break out whenever you need to. So, in most 3D Sonic games, as we all know, Sonic dies in water just by the slightest touch of it. He's kind of like Yoshi from Super Mario Sunshine. But in Project 06, in the 4.6 Shadow release, the fall speed of the character is uncapped. And because the fall speed of the characters are uncapped, that means that we can move so fast that we can ignore the check of whether or not Sonic has passed through a kill plane. This trick works 33% of the time, so whenever you start a new speed run, thankfully Wave Ocean is generally the first stage everybody runs, so you can just real quick and restart your run. And as far as the community knows, it's just dumb luck. There's no real science behind it, you just kind of have to hope you get it. So what we do here is there is an invisible wall right here, but what we can do is do a high jump. If you don't know that, I'll have a card up top on how to do the high jump and double input glitch. So I'll high jump over this wall, and then hopefully gain enough fall speed to clip right through. That is normally what you're gonna see right there. So I'll meet you guys back when we actually clip through. Oh my goodness, there we go. That took way longer than normal. That took about 15-20 attempts, but if you're moving fast enough and the game likes you, that's what'll happen is you'll clip right through and we actually get this cool underwater effect while we're underneath the ocean here. Now, a very important thing is you cannot jump. If you jump, Sonic's gonna die because the kill plane is literally sitting right above where his head is. It's actually kind of interesting that somehow perfectly we were able to get underneath the ocean and walk around and stuff. Because you're not intended to be underwater, Sonic has no breath limit or anything, so you can run around as much as you want and maybe even swim with the dolphins. Say we just, landed right around here is usually where you fall in. What you're gonna do is you're gonna do a blue gem and 2 spin kicks. So the spin kick is the best way to preserve your speed in the game. And we do the spin kicks to preserve our speed while the meter's recharging, so we can constantly use the blue gem over and over again. And what we do is we kind of go through the level and past this invisible wall here into the kind of like ring where the orca whale is and stuff. And we're gonna switch to the sky blue gem. The blue gem isn't technically necessary, but you would need the blue gem. The sky blue gem is required to get this route to work, or I guess the rest of this trick to work. So what we're going to do here is you see this little like path, or not path, but like group of algae right here. That is going to trigger the switch to Tails. Now, the interesting thing about this is because Sonic is not in the Orca cutscene, when we switch to Tails, we still have control of Sonic. So we literally can't do anything because if we press the A button, Sonic jumps and then he dies. Additionally, if you go anywhere past the trigger where you switch to Tails, there's no floor, so Sonic will just die there anyway. So the only way that we can control Tails and kind of finish off and get to the Mach Speed section is we use the Sky Blue Gem to hold Sonic in place. So what I'm going to do is during the transition to Tails, I'm going to hold RT. And what that's going to do is you can actually see in the bottom right there, is Sonic is holding the Sky Blue Gem in place, and we actually have the Sky Blue Gem reticle here. But now we're Tails, and because we're holding the RT button, we're free to do whatever we want with him. And unfortunately, our camera doesn't change. We're at the mercy of the auto camera. So as we fly in a direction toward the gate, we will be able to, the camera will flip around, but we cannot control the camera ourselves because we're in this weird like glitch state where we're controlling two characters at once. And secondly, we cannot hit the switch in Tails' section. If you hit the switch in Tails' section, because Sonic is not on the Orca, that like event doesn't trigger. So you can't get to the Mach Speed section unless you can get to the Mach Speed section with Tails. In order to do this, you're gonna have to do his bomb flip technique. Again, I have a tutorial on this with the card up top. But basically what we're gonna do here is we're gonna fly with Tails and basically just bomb flip on over to the gate, which is where the trigger is. Now, an interesting thing to note about this is that when you normally in Project 06, when you get to a Mach Speed trigger, if you're Supersonic, you can transform into Supersonic. If you go to the Mach Speed trigger with any other character, it puts you in the state of normal Sonic because you have to be Supersonic in order to enter Mach Speed as Supersonic. So that's kind of a limitation of the trick. But if you do the trick at full speed, you can complete Wave Ocean in like 1 minute. It's honestly kind of ridiculous. But yeah, that is Wave Ocean clipping underneath and using Tails' bomb flip. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It's been a while since I've made one, and I've made this before, but I wanted to kind of make a more comprehensive version of it. So I hope you guys really enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.